In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the features of WebEx. So your SI sessions on Oakland University's campus will be held on WebEx or on Google Meet. If you are not sure or are not familiar with the features of Google Meet, there is a video going through those features. In this video, we're going to talk specifically about WebEx. So if your sessions are held on WebEx, then you'll have to locate on eSpace, on your eSpace page, the link to your WebEx session. Usually they'll be found under a section titled Online Sessions. Once you find that, you can click the link for the WebEx. So here I'll click the Test WebEx session. You'll be directed to this page now, and you should see a Join Meeting link. If you're trying to get into a meeting that has elapsed or is no longer available, you will not see this link. Or if you're trying to get into a session too early, you won't see this link either. So usually about an hour before the scheduled session, you'll be able to log in. So you'll do that by hitting Join Meeting. Once you do that, if you're logging into WebEx for the first time, it'll prompt you to download a WebEx extension. Totally fine to do. Go ahead and download it. It's a one-time thing. So once you download it, by just clicking the download button, you will be good to go. Once the platform has opened, you'll notice that it gives me the message the host has not yet joined the session. That just means that your tutor or SI leader has not yet joined the session. So you can just click OK. It means you're a little bit early. On the right hand side of the screen, you'll notice that you have two categories. The first one is where you'll see the host name. So your SI leader's name will pop up under the panelist, and the attendees will be all your other classmates. So you'll notice I'm the only one in the room right now. Once the host joins, you'll be able to see his name up or her name up here, and the rest of your classmates. Now the host controls the majority of the meeting in a WebEx setting. The only features you should be aware of are the icons over here and the chat box down here. So these icons are very nice to use. Usually your SI leader will ask you if you're good to move on, or if you're good with this question, or do you understand. So you can signify that with the green check that pops up next to your name. Means yes, you understand. The red X means no. If you have a question and you want to get the leader's attention, you can use the raise hand button, which puts a hand being raised next to your name. If for some reason the SI leader is going a little bit too fast, you can use this icon to tell them to maybe slow it down a little bit. If you're completely good with the knowledge, you want to signify, for them to go faster, you can use this one. If you're feeling happy, you want to, give some emojis. Those are available for you as well. You can also look at, compared to the rest of your class, how you fared on a certain question. So let's say the SI leader asks, do you understand? You say yes. You can click this little chart icon. You can see the number of your classmates that say yes and the number that say no. That's it for these icons. The next feature is the chat feature. If you have a question or a concern, you can communicate with everybody else in the room, or specifically the host or a certain student in the room privately. It's defaulted to all attendees, so whatever I send right now will send to everybody in the room. You can choose to private your message to just your SI leader or just a specific person in the room, and these will not be shaded if there was other people in the room, so you can select those. So you can type whatever you want, hit send, and it'll tell you from you to whoever you sent it to, whether it be a private message or to all the attendees. That's how you can communicate. And the last feature you have here is if you want to ask a question, you can either do it in the chat feature, or there's a nice Q&A forum here on the bottom of your screen. You can click the Q&A, it'll pop this up, and you can ask a question. and you can hit enter and it'll send this question. Right now there's nobody to send the question to, so it's not going to allow me to send it, but you can send it. And what's nice about this feature is when you send it, it keeps the questions as questions. It has a little Q next to the question, and when your SI leader answers, they answer, and then there's like an A right under the question. So when they answer that specific question. Whereas in the chat, if you ask a question and you want to go back to it during the session, it might get lost. The Q&As do a nice job of keeping every question with their corresponding answers throughout the entire session. So feel free to use whichever one you're more comfortable with. Other features the SI leader might use: the whiteboard, they can share their desktop, everything of that nature will be done on the left hand side of the screen, and they will be in control of that. That's it for using WebEx